On to this now. Cape Town's vibrant art scene is set to ignite with the launch of Richard Smith's eagerly awaited solo exhibition Incognito. Showcasing a breathtaking collection of 11 oil paintings, this latest showcase promises to transport viewers to a world of surreal landscapes, resolute figures and captivating dreamscapes. Join us as we explore the creative genius of Richard Smith, a master draftsman and painter, and discover the inspiration behind his most recent and remarkable works. And he joins us now on the line. A very good morning to you. Thank you so much for joining us and a warm welcome to Morning Live. First of all, I mean, your paintings often blend the surreal with the everyday. Can you perhaps walk us through some of the processes for conjuring these dreamlike scenarios?
Well, good morning, first of all, and thank you for having me. Yes, you know, the painting to me is a magical experience. In fact, it's all magic tricks. I mean, that's what people enjoy about it, you know. And I've said before that actual painting speaks to me. The paint speaks to me through the surfaces that I create by just using big brushes. I use big house brushes, and I go from big, thick brushes to tiny little brushes like this. And people say, are you inspired by the place where you live? Well, I probably am, but I don't know. I don't realize it because I don't sit down and make a painting. I don't say, well, now I'm going to paint Don Quixote with palm trees and mountains. I don't actually do that. It happened. What happens is the painting evolves. It's an evolution. And by the time the painting is finished, only then do I know exactly what it is.
And what draws you to exploring this particular subject, and how do you see it evolving in your practice?
I see it evolving, you know, I see it evolving with all the paintings that I make. I think all of them, and I've made a lot of paintings, they all come together in the same kind of it's like a sort of soup, you know, they just churn around and then they come out in different combinations, you know, and using the colors. Colors are wonderful, and I'm always searching for colors that nobody's ever seen before, or I've never seen before. But that doesn't work. It's like playing guitar. You know, you wish you could find a chord that doesn't exist. You know, but and that's a very exciting process. It excites me to take. Once a friend of mine said that he spoke to another artist and said, "Well, what is your process?" And he said, "Tube direct," which means that he just uses the paint that comes out of the tube. And what I do a lot of the time is I mix colors, like I said, in the hope of finding a color that I've never seen before. And I enjoy that process very much.
So in short, you try to create a certain color that you've never seen before. And in the same breath, Richard, I mean, I see that your use of color is unmistakable. How then do you approach selecting your palette for each piece? And what role do you see color playing in the emotional impact of your paintings?
My palette exists. My palette is like the size of a table. Two very big sheets of glass, which are easy to clean if there are two. If there's one, it's not that easy to clean. But I mix a lot of color out there onto the glass, starting with white and then yellow ochre and cadmium yellow and then cadmium red and then the magentas and into the blues and into the green. So I've got all these wonderful colors. I mean, I use 7 different blues, 7 different shades of blue, you know, cerulean blue, ultramarine blue, dioxazine blue, Indian throne blue, and it goes through all the blues. And these colors, to me, I'm very intimate with them. I love them. I know them well, and I know what they do when they mix with each other. So that's part of the inspiration of making the paintings, you know.
Yeah, and the paintings in Incognito were created in a mountain village near Gandia in Spain. So how did this change of environment influence your creative process? And did you perhaps find that the local culture and the landscape seeped into your work?
They do. The local landscape does come into my work, like palm trees, cypress trees. And Spain's got a fantastic landscape. I used to paint a lot of landscapes. I used to go up to Namibia to paint landscapes. I was in the Western Cape painting landscapes. And that was part of my learning curve. I painted big, large, formulaic landscapes for corporations and for banks and boardrooms and things. And in Spain, what I've done is I've kind of abandoned that, and I'm just searching inside my own head. Whatever comes up in my head, comes out in the canvas. But I'm looking at this Spanish landscape and thinking, gee, I think I'd quite like to go back to painting landscapes because it's so magical and so magnetic.
All right, Richard, I really love your work. I really do. It's absolutely magical. Thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you very much for having me.
Thank you. Well, many thanks to Richard Smith for sharing the fascinating stories and inspiration behind his captivating paintings. Incognito, his latest solo exhibition, is a testament to his boundless creativity and innovative spirit.